Good evening, good people. I just wanted to give my quick 25 cents dollar concerning Kyle Rittenhouse. Let me tell you, you people who prosecuted and convicted this man in the public, young man, you had better be glad that it was a young man like Kyle Rittenhouse. And I know my brown and non-European folk are going to probably take my black card for this. But if it had been someone who was truly like you guys are trying to depict him as being a white supremacist and all this stuff, there would have been a lot more bloodshed than what was. This young man, when the gentleman came at him, I'm just going to point out a few things of what I actually saw because I didn't watch all of the testimony and all of that, but I did watch some. And what I saw, it was clearly self-defense. First off, people are saying, well, it was a skateboard. Why would he have to shoot? It's not fair to shoot somebody with a skateboard. So you're telling me if it were you or your child, and there's a mob of people screaming, get him, kill him, get him, who does he think he is, and all of this, and then they have the nerve to hit you in the head with a skateboard, you're supposed to logically think, oh, they're just going to hit me one time in the head. No, if someone hits me in the head and we're just playing on the playground, I think he's trying to kill me. Because I know that being hit in the head can cause instant death if you're hit a particular way. And these people were trying to hurt that young man, if not kill him. So, let's talk about the one guy who came at him, pointing a gun to his head. It's all there on the video. He shot that man one time. And when he saw that the threat was neutralized because the gentleman, the gunman ran off, he didn't fire anymore. This man had a rifle. He could have kept on shooting. He could have turned that man into ground human beef. But you guys want to say that he went down there, he was this and that. If he had really been a murderous, spirited guy, he could have shot up the place and still possibly got off. So get out of your emotions. Every single person that I know that is non-white, every time I bring up this case, they bring up other things. For example, if that was a black man, he would have never been able to make it to the cops. First off, he would have never been able to walk down the street with the rifle. Guess what? I'm a logical thinker. I see what's going on, and I just agree with that. I agree with that. 9 times out of 10, if it were a black man, and we're just using hypotheticals here, and he was walking down the street with a rifle, he would not have been able to do so without being stopped. But good people, that is not the issue here. Let's not mix things up. We're talking about a young man who was mob pursued, hit in the head, gun, they tried to take his gun from him, and then people want to bring in things like, well, he shouldn't have had the gun. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. If it was legal for him to have the gun, I'm not here to debate that because I don't know. If it was legal for him to have the weapon, and he was exercising a right by having the weapon and going down to do whatever. If he just wanted to stand there and blow bubbles while holding his weapon, that was his right. But from my understanding and testimony of the people that I saw, they said that the young man was trying to help people. So get up out of your feelings and start looking at facts. I could not have a decent conversation. And I'm not saying that I had this conversation with a whole lot of black folks. I'm not saying that, because I'm not putting an ignorant stamp on my black people. But the few that I did, all I could hear for the most part was all this emotion about the injustices that non-white people face in this country. And while they may be true, let's learn how to be critical thinkers and get up out of our emotions, because let me tell you, be happy that it was a Kyle Rittenhouse. Be happy that it wasn't someone who is truly the way the media tried to depict this young man. And furthermore, let's talk about that. They will have had you to think that it was black people who got shot. They don't even want to mention that it was white people. And then they want to say, well, these white people were supporting us black folks who were protesting. You may want to check out who these white people are that got shot. And I'm not saying that regardless of what you do, nobody deserves to be shot down. But I will be a monkey's auntie if somebody's going to come at me with a skateboard, try to take my weapon, or any of the like, when I am down there trying to render aid, trying to clean up things, put out fires, and you're going to tell me to my face that you want to kill me, you're going to pursue me in an aggressive manner, and I happen to have this weapon that is my right to have, and I'm not going to use it and only neutralize the threat. Now, we're not talking about a gun-happy young man that sprayed the crowd, because he could have. If he was a murderous little white supremacist devil that y'all trying to say he is, that's what my imagination tells me someone like that would have done. So, my good people, whether you're black, white, yellow, brown, Democrat or Republican or independent, put on your thinking caps. Get out of your emotions. America does not need more hostility, more racial divide, none of that. So let's come together and leave this young man alone. He has a life to live. If it were your kid, and your kid maybe sillily, if that's a word, took a weapon down somewhere, which was his right to do now, and he had to use it to defend himself, I cannot imagine anybody telling, well, son, you shouldn't have took the gun down there. You just let him go and beat you in the head with the skateboard. It's your own fault. Maybe they wasn't going to kill you. I think not. Okay, I'm done. Kyle Rittenhouse, I wish you the best. I'm sure your choices will be, well thought out. The next time you go to render aid, I'm not saying they would change, but they'll be well thought out. And I wish you the best. To all of those who have all this heartache and you're traumatized, go seek some aid for PTSD, because as brown folk, yes, we suffer from PTSD, but let's call the cards what they are, okay? All right, have a good day.